So the state asked for 30 years. Kenneth Montgomery got up there next, and he sort of got on this idea of that what happened that night in Irving Plaza was a lot more complicated than we heard in the courtroom, right? Mm-hmm. He basically said, look, everyone's up here talking about how, all the victims had this, they're presenting a very sanitized, to use the word sanitized, version of all the victims, right? Painting them as like wholly innocent and Taxstone as like this violent guy, whereas what happened was a lot different than that. And he said, sure, Tax posted some stuff on Instagram, but you know who else talked about this case a lot in his songs and his social media? Some of the other witnesses. He specifically meant Troy Ave, right? Troy Ave in his songs and in his social media is like, talked about the case, talked about threatening stuff, whatever. So, why hold this over Tax in particular? Montgomery also took time out to mention something he's talked about a lot lately, including in public appearances I've seen him in, and that's Troy Ave's relationship with the NYPD. As you remember, Troy Ave testified, hey, before I go to concerts, I call the hip hop police just to tell them, hey, I'm going to be there. You can expect it, blah, blah, blah. Right. And Kenneth definitely hammered on that, about Troy's relationship with the police. Right. And so, yeah, basically Kenneth was saying, look, this wasn't a case of one guy being violent. This was violence going on in all directions, right? So let's take that into account, take the whole package into account when sentencing.
Sean, can I stop you for a second? Let me ask you. I just want to backtrack. When Montgomery said that Troy Ave has this relationship with the hip hop police,
yeah.
I still kind of don't get what we was trying to get at. Did he just put it out there? Did he go into detail a little more? Because
he didn't really go into the detail. It's just something he's been saying. I think it was, I don't want to spin out any implications of what he may or may not have meant, but basically he kept hammering on Troy Ave has this relationship with the hip hop police. Troy Ave brought guns to the club surreptitiously in a car, right? Okay. And I think whatever connection you want to draw between those things is the connection Kenneth Montgomery maybe wants you to start getting in your mind, right? I don't want to say anything outright for fear of putting something out there.
So for the people, let me just state for the people. What do you think that Montgomery meant by that? I don't know if was it a good thing, was it a bad thing?
I think he was trying to, in my opinion, right? I think maybe he was trying to imply a level of like cooperation between Troy Ave and the police, maybe against Taxstone in some way. Like it's a little unclear, but I think he's just putting a lot of stuff in that. I think also part of it is just trying to affiliate Troy Ave with the police and make him a less believable or sympathetic witness in the public mind.
Okay.
Right. I think that's another part of it.
Oh, I see. I don't get what does that help? I don't know if doesn't that help the situation?
Right. The trial's over now, right? So I don't know. I think it's
I'm so confused.
It's taking shots, right?